it's really important that we keep a constructive working relationship with the United States, regardless of who's in charge down there.
In front of an audience at Hamilton's McMaster University, Trudeau also reiterated his strategy in dealing with President Trump, and that is to stay focused on Canada's interests. Trudeau made those comments, though, on the day that trade tensions have ramped up in a big way on both sides of the border. Katie Simpson is here tonight to tell us about this latest round of trade drama. Okay, Katie, what led to this? Bring us up to speed.
Well, this has not been a good day for Canada-U.S. relations, Rosie. Canada lodged a scathing complaint to the World Trade Organization claiming the Americans don't follow some of the rules when it comes to trade. Canadian officials came up with a list of 200 examples of apparent wrongdoing by the Americans and presented it to the WTO. Now, this, of course, is an act of retaliation by Canada over duties the Americans put on softwood lumber. And the Americans, they are not happy. U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer said today, this is a broad and ill-advised attack on the U.S. trade remedies system, adding Canada's claims are unfounded and could only lower U.S. confidence that Canada is committed to mutually beneficial trade. In response to all of this, the U.S. then announced new duties that it plans to put on Canadian newsprint, a move that has upset Canada even more, Rosie.
Okay, so this maybe wouldn't be that big a deal on at any other time, but it comes during some tense NAFTA negotiations that you've also been covering. So what do you think are the possible consequences for that, Katie?
Well, the timing here certainly is curious. As you mentioned, Rosie, yeah. Canada, U.S. and Mexico, they are in the middle of very difficult NAFTA talks. And today, we actually got a glimpse of what the immediate reaction would be if Donald Trump makes good on his threat to withdraw from the pact. There were reports today Trump was going to imminently pull the U.S. out of NAFTA. And shortly after, the loonie took a hit. We have a chart and can show you this. And you can see it clear as day that when shortly after this took place, the Canadian loonie, you can see there's that dip right there. The peso and some NAFTA-related stocks also took a bit of a hit. Now, Canadian officials have publicly and repeatedly said they are ready for anything at any time when it comes to Trump and NAFTA. Behind the scenes, trade officials are doing a sector-by-sector examination of industries that would be hurt if the U.S. pulls out, and they say they are preparing for any reality at any point in the near or distant future. Rosie.
Thanks, Katie. The only way to deal with that president, as it turns out. Thank you. Now, another issue came up at the Prime Minister's Hamilton town hall tonight, one that led to some fireworks. Check out this exchange with a woman upset about security and the Omar Khadr settlement.
The white shirt right there. Sorry. Sorry. If you will not... Are you done?
I'm done.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, so not all Canadians would agree with that lady's approach, but a good number do share her concerns. Even so, Trudeau won the crowd with his calm and rather rational response.
The anger that some people feel, and that a lot of people feel, about the payment the government made to Omar Khadr is real. And quite frankly, this might surprise you, but I share that anger and frustration.
Trudeau then reminded Canadians that the $10 million settlement wasn't really about what Khadr did or didn't do on the battlefield. It was about the government failing to protect his charter rights, which he called un-Canadian, earning him a standing ovation. Of course, this isn't the first time someone's gone at Trudeau at a town hall.
Hello, Justin.
Hello.
With a cocky opening like that, you just knew this question from a town hall in London, Ontario last January was going to be loaded.
Justin, what are you doing to this country? You are intentionally setting up millions of young Canadians like myself for complete and utter failure. And what? And for what? To pander to your own moral superiority complex? Stop what you are doing right now.
No, please. Hey, everyone. This is an open town hall, if you needed proof.
Trudeau went on to calmly outline his government's economic objectives, earning applause from the crowd. But that same week in Peterborough, he took a tough question over an issue that has many Canadians very upset, the rising cost of power.
I make almost $50,000 a year, Mr. Trudeau, and I'm living in energy poverty. Please tell me, how are you going to fix that for me and all of us in rural Ontario?
No quick and easy comeback there, but Trudeau waded into those waters as best he could. But it was not smooth sailing, and later that week in Calgary, he got a rough ride over Alberta's energy sector. But he stood his ground.
When are you going to take a question from someone about the oil sands? Yes.
I will take a question from someone who puts up their hand in a respectful way.